Hello, and it's continuation of Blast Process's visit to EGX, and I am with your name, sir, for the benefit of the tape.
John Common.
There you go, and you are the owner and sole owner of
CSR Studios.
And this is your game called
Dead Pixels 2 straight to video.
And contrary to popular rumour, this is a proper sequel.
Yeah, the original game came out on Xbox Live Indie Games just 5 years ago. Like the anniversary was like last week, and then it came to Steam as well and PC, and now we're working on the sequels. Yeah.
Now, me and Mike came by earlier on and played this, and it's definitely a homage to the 80s and the 16-bit era. And movies as well, and videotapes at the time.
Oh yeah. Like I'm a big like movies fan, so like there's like movie references everywhere. I just kind of like I've made it kind of in the style of like if this was a movie. This was like a low budget 80s like straight to video sequel to like a better movie.
Yes, I've noticed the little things like the graphic effects where you're trying to simulate a videotape failing or a TV failing.
Yeah, there's like kind of mobile layers and stuff. There's a whole lot of like CRT effects. So it's like bulge to screen scan lines and stuff. And then there's like VHS effects, and they actually like increase as your health goes down. So when your health's really low, the music distorts, the image is all wobbly and kind of distorted and has ghosting and
Right. That explains a lot when me and Mike were playing it earlier on. Being killed off.
I really like how it looks, but like it's not for everyone, you know.
Oh no, it sells the period, it sells the time.
Yeah.
And that's nice. It makes it well sweet.
Yeah. No, it's definitely nice. You sometimes get like people at these events where it's like they are far too young to know what VHS is, and then like they're playing and they're having fun, but they're a little confused by like the static and like the white lines and stuff, you know. So it's interesting when they ask me like what is this, and I have to kind of try and explain VHS.
Yes, I imagine when the videotape graphic appears, showing that the spools change in size as you rewinding.
Yeah, like when the game loads, it shows like a tape rewinding, because I thought that it just seemed more fitting than like just a bar filling to have a tape rewinding to the beginning again, ready to play.
Yeah, and this game is currently on.
So it's currently on PC, Mac and Linux. It's still being worked on though. So we have pre-orders available through the site and hopefully launching next year some point.
At some point.
Yeah. I'm hoping to like get a proper release date towards the end of this year. I'll be announcing one hopefully once I've got like the last major few hurdles by with, and I'll see what else I can do this year. I should know a bit clearer what I'm doing next year.
We were playing it earlier on, and it is a very solid game. All the mode and options you expect to see are there, and
I've had a lot of people tell me like I could probably get away with like doing Steam early access, and like I'm not sure. I'm willing to like hold back still and like see. I'm wanting feedback more than anything just now. So if I'm not getting the feedback I'll need, then I'm maybe going to look at Steam early access. But otherwise, I'll hold off till full release. But I just kind of like the order I work and things like I just want like simple things like sorted and done before I expand out, and it was the same with the original Dead Pixels. I made sure that like shooting was sorted before there was even a purpose to the game, which like I did have one tester like kind of tell me like it feels really good and it's fun, but there's just nothing to do in this game, and I was like, I know, like you're just testing the combat and nothing else.
Yeah, making sure the foundations are in place.
Yeah, and like that worked out really well because like everything was fine, controls were fine. You know, sometimes you get some people like, and they're already like working on end game and their controls aren't even right yet. You know, so it's I've kind of like went the other way and like I wanted the simple stuff absolutely sorted before kind of expanding outwards.
Well, I can say when we passed it, we had to go and play it.
Yeah.
It looked like something we would like to play, and it just spoke to us for that sort of time period. It really communicated with the character of the game. So
like I like to compare it to there was two films came out this or last year, I can't remember which now. They were very 80s inspired, and there was Kung Fury and there was Turbo Kid. And I feel like I am more leaning to the Turbo Kid side of like I want to make something that could authentically be 80s.
Yes.
Rather than something that is just all the 80s mashed together. Like I want something that could have been 80s almost. Maybe a little off, but more trying to be 80s than just everything 80s mashed together.
Right, well, our regular viewers will know at this point we asked a surprise question. Super Nintendo or Mega Drive?
I have to say I'm a Sega fanboy, so Mega Drive.
I think you're the first one today, actually.
It's these kids that like, I don't know, like a lot of people, the SNES, don't get me wrong, the SNES has a lot of great games. And I think like if you're at the age where you didn't experience it, but you've like seen the internet, like Americans, you know, it's the SNES, definitely. And so like I feel like there's a lot of people just kind of growing up and accepting like the SNES is the better of the two. Because they didn't experience it themselves. But if you were here in the 90s in the UK, it was Mega Drive. Like I love retro games. I own so many consoles. Like I rarely see SNES games because no one had them in the UK. Like I have like 80 Mega Drive games and I have like 5 SNES games because I never see them outside of like specific retro shops.
I have to say, the Mega Drive gave you the more arcade-like experience.
Yeah, well, you got a lot of those like arcade games, whereas the SNES had like a lot of things like RPGs and stuff that the Mega Drive didn't have quite as much of. There's some really nice games like either side that go against that rule as well, you know.
Right, well, to finish off, we'll need to blatantly plug your own game here. Say all the details.
So Dead Pixels 2 is currently pre-orderable from deadpixels2.com. That's both number 2 or the Roman numeral, both work.
Okay, you've learned your lesson there.
Yes. Well, I always try to write it in Roman numerals, but I realised everyone else writes it with the number 2, so I was like, I better get both domain names.
Yeah.
And the original Dead Pixels, depending on how quick you get this video out, it's currently on Steam. It is on sale this week. So depending on how soon this video comes out,
challenging Mike now behind the camera.
We'll see. If not, it's only £2 on Steam, the original Dead Pixels. So you know, it's not that much.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.